Alrighty, welcome to my Pick Three at a Glance family and viewers. Thank you for being here with me today. This is Mo Money Terry with the tutorial for today, August the 22nd, 2022. All right, and thank everybody for responding to the comments and the thumbs up and things like that to help the channel grow. I really appreciate it. And like the viewers, I got the viewers looking. Some of them are starting to subscribe, which I really appreciate that. And I'm getting calls, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from everybody, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is my baby. This is the icing on the cake. I'm 70 years old, just retired, and I was able to have this to do, and I always wanted to know how I was going to share it, and I'm here to do it on YouTube. Like I said, I told my buddies that I was going to do it, and they almost left me out their house by asking me how to work their VCR. So they don't know nothing about YouTube. I'm just blessed, I guess. I've always been if this technology came about, I've always been curious about it. So I guess this is where it led to. But so thanks everybody. Thanks for chipping in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to make sure that I'm worthy of your subscription. That's for sure. I'm going to try to make sure of that. Okay. The 025 came out. Okay. So like normal, I always do the 1-1 rundown on the number that came prior to today's 22nd. I'm doing the 1-1 rundown on the 025 that came August the 21st, 2022. And I always like to give the date. The last time it came out was April the 4th, 2022. So like I said, with these numbers repeating each other and like that, you almost have to track your numbers because it takes 3 years almost for these numbers from where you started. If you start on this sheet and do it and track off everything, it take you about 3 years to check off every number where no number is left, and that's only on 1,000 numbers. So if you're not tracking these numbers, you can't see what's going on with the numbers. And again, like I say, you're playing a loser's game. If you're a lottery head, and even if you play, not a lottery head, but at least you would be able to find what numbers you might want to play if you just track them every day and don't have to guess. Yeah. So I mean, the object of the game is winning, not losing. So, and this Pick Three at a Glance sheet puts you at a greater advantage of winning. All right. So here we have it's a straight, and it can this 025. Matter of fact, from tracking, I know that this is the third time it hasn't come out like that this year. When I checked, it went checked back third time. So yeah. So it comes 6 ways. It's 025, 052, 205, 250, 502, and 520. All right. So that's the 6 way that a straight come. And what you want to do is find out where this 025 is on the 1-1 rundown on the sheet. Okay. And you right here with the 22 numbers here, you're going to have 22 columns that makes up the 1,000 numbers for you to track the numbers with. All right. So we're going to do the 1-1 rundown. And on here, so you're going to add 1 to each number. So 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9, and 1 to 9 would be 10, but you don't use these would be 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. Same number at the top, you got at the bottom. All right, and the reason I like this is you got the 0. Once you go past the 9, like down here. You got the 0, you just go in numerical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Same here. You're going to add 1. You're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're just going to use the 0, 1, 2. Same here. You're going Add 1, they go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, you just use the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same number type, same number product. It's so easy and simple, but it's so powerful because you can see a lot with this 111 rundown. Okay, now column 9 is where the base numbers is. These are all the base numbers. In column 9, the base number is exactly the same as the way it came out, 025. Okay, I did mark that. Mark that 025. So it's 025. I messed that 5 up. Whiteboards are nice, but you can mess them up so easy. Okay, so we're gonna go to column 9, like here, and these are 22 numbers that make up these columns here. All right, and I'm pretty sure you can see them. All right, I'll call them out. Look. It's 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, and 037. Those are the straights that make up the 1,000 numbers. These are the doubles. 001, 002, 003, 004, 005. Triple zeros, 011, 022, 033, 044. All right? And that's 10 numbers. So that's your 22 numbers you're going to need to make up the master sheet down here. That gives you your 1,000 numbers. And we're going to go to column 9 on the straights. And we're going to go to the final 025. And we go to column 9. Here's the 025. You check it off. Bam. Now we started this sheet here in June. And it just came back one time on column 9 in June. And all these marks here is like a yearly sheet that I use. I do a yearly sheet and I do a monthly sheet. The monthly sheet is to let me know when a column hasn't failed. The yearly sheet, I mark everything to kind of primarily see what numbers haven't failed. Okay? For by the end of the year, I at a glance, I know what numbers haven't failed. And then when doing the monthly, I'll know what numbers haven't failed off what column. Okay? And that's what I'm looking for. So with this here, with the straights and the doubles, with the straights, you have 10 numbers, but you're not just looking at 10 numbers because they all come 6 different ways. That's 60 numbers in each column. Okay? So what you have here, you have, and it's 12 columns. You have 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers at a glance. That's what I call pick 3 at a glance. All right? Then also, you have the doubles that come 3 different ways. And you have 9 of them, and 1 of the triples, because they can only come one way. So you say 9 times 30 gives you 270, and it gives you 270. So you got 720. 270 gives you 990 numbers, plus the 10 straights gives you 10, which gives you your total 1,000 numbers, 1 in 1,000 odds. That ain't gonna never change. These numbers rotating, just like I showed you when I did the 1-1 rundown on the 025. Ain't gonna never change, okay? So that puts the power in your hands. You can, and you have power over your numbers. You know what numbers you're going to play. It works in any state. Anybody that's playing pick 3, all right? Also, it's powerful because in this 1-1 rundown, they have what you call mirrors or opposite numbers that help out, especially in this system. That's why I'm bringing it in, because you need to understand mirroring. Mirroring is just the opposite number of the 1,000 numbers. Say, for instance, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And they divide that in half. All that is triple zeros to 499, 500 to 999. Just divide it in half. And you want to know what the opposite number is of, let's say, the triple zeros would be, the other number of 0 would be the 5. Okay? Same here. 1 is out of 6, 6 is out of 1. 7 opposite 2, 2 opposite 7. 8 opposite 3, 3 opposite 8. 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. 5 opposite 0, 0 opposite 5. Okay? Say you're playing 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8 come in. It's just the opposite number of the number you're playing. If you're playing 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 came in instead. The opposite number came in instead of the one you was playing. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 0 come in. Just the opposite number. That's all it is. And all of these numbers with the 1, 1 rundown, the opposite is automatically included. Automatically. Let's take the 025 that came in. The opposite number is 570. Or the 136, the opposite of it is a 681. And the reason why you might want to know that, when you're checking off these here and you do a monthly sheet, you're going to notice that some columns will not get marked that month. And it might be 2 months. It could go 3 months and a column don't get marked. And if it go 3 months, when you hit those columns, those numbers going to be hot. You add them to your bucket list. Or bucket list is like a to-do list. When I hit any column that ain't hit for 3 months, I'm looking to find what number I'm going to play off that column if I don't play the whole column. 9 out of 10, I play the whole column. If it ain't hit in 90 days, I know something falling off that column. And most of the time, they fall just like they are on the column with this sheet. Don't ask me why. That's the way it goes. They'll fall straight on you. Just like the 025 fell straight. See there? And it fell 3 times this year straight like that. But that's the way it's working out. So, and the good thing about it, if you got a column that ain't failed 2 months, 3 months, if you can find that a mirror and the number and its opposite haven't failed, like say the 025 hadn't failed, and you realize that the 570 is opposite hadn't failed, you're going to play both of those numbers. Because by law average, one of them going to come in. Or if you play, if say the 136 hadn't failed and the 681 hadn't failed, and you can get 4 numbers like that haven't failed on a column that ain't failed in 3 months, you'd play all 4 of those numbers. That's where you pick your numbers from. That's how you hit. Because you're not only going to see a lot, you're going to add your own strategy to your own numbers too. Because the numbers going to rotate different in your state than they do in Missouri. Okay, so you're going to see some things that's going to be a little different. It's going to be powerful because you'll be able to watch everything at a glance, especially with those mirrors and those opposites, how they falling. Okay, you'll be able to see what numbers ain't falling, when they ain't falling, how they falling. And this here is 80% of the work that you're going to need to do to find your numbers at any given time. Now I got 4 more other strategies that pick 3 at a glance too. Very simple, easy to use, all right? And I'm going to show you those. All right, like, subscribe, comment. Any questions if you have them, you can call me, Mo Money Terry, 314-260-9801. And then my email, if you don't want to do a comment, momoneyterry@gmail.com. And I'm pretty good at getting back with everybody or responding to their questions and everything. And like I say, it don't take long for me to explain what I'm doing because it's a simple system. I made it. I was glad to make it like that. I was blessed to make it like that because I didn't like math, but I was blessed with this system, really, I tell y'all. I really was. And then here, what I do, I mark it on the board. It's 025 on my calendar. Like that. They keep track. These are numbers for the month where everything in red has came in, we hit. And that's not bad for a month. Okay. Now, how it works. I'll go to strategy number 2. The master sheet is strategy number 1. I'll go to strategy number 2, and what I'm looking for is pairs that haven't fallen together. And I put this triangle together to track pairs, because I want to know when a pair might not be out. So that's where I know how to run it. Okay. All right. Say, for instance, the 025 that came out. What I do is I would check off the 02, the 05, and the 25. Because it's a straight, it's going to have three pairs. If it was 112, a double, I check off the 11 and the 12. Or if it was 223, I'd do the 22 and 23. Or if it was 224, same thing, 22, 24. You only have two pairs to mark off on doubles. Okay, if it's 778. So you, all 1,000, whatever that number is, of all the 1,000 numbers, you can track them. You do 7778. Just like that. Then the number 3 is number and positioning. What I did is went from 0 to 9, and I made 3 columns. And what I do, I mark off the 0. I mark off the 0 in the 1 spot. I mark off the 2 in the 2nd spot, and I mark off the 5 in the back spot. So when I have a number, I want to track the numbers. So if a number gets cold, I want to know what position that number is when it gets cold. Because say I checked everything off for a month and the 2 didn't fall that month. Or whatever number didn't fall in whatever position, I know at a glance where it was at. And say, for instance, say if 1, 2, 3, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, and I know that 2 didn't come in, or I decided to play 1, 2, 3, and I got my eye on it and see that 2 didn't fall in the front spot, and I still want to play 1, 2, 3, I'm definitely going to play 2, 3, 1 or 2, 1, 3, put that 2 in the front spot if I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 50 cents straight, and I'm playing that one straight box. Because 50 cents straight on number in Missouri is $300. So I got at least 3 ways that might come. All right. This here is the front pair, back pair I track. And what I do, I'll do the 02 front, and then I'll do the 25 back. Right there. 25 back. So that way, with that 25, this a monthly sheet. I mean a yearly sheet. Those are done monthly. This is a yearly sheet, and what I do at the end of the year, I see what pairs that didn't fall together, front and back. And what I do normally, I'll take last year. And I do a lot of tracking, but you know, you'll start looking at stuff, and you'll be winning as you go on this. But you're gonna have to you're gonna have to go back to see how the numbers were all, and you might have to go back to January and catch up to where we are now to start seeing how the numbers are going to fall. Play where you've been playing, I would guess, but at your time, just track up and make this master sheet first. Make this, do this, or you can just start the master sheet with the 1-1 rundown on the 22 numbers and just follow me along for right now. And then once you get caught up and get the swing of it, you'll be on your own. Won't take but a minute. So I played the 09 front and the 90 back hadn't failed. So that's 9090. That's like 900. You know that's 900. Pick 3 players. So what I did, I when I won, I added 909 to my bucket list, and I hit it because I knew that 909 had to come. 909 had to come because of the law average, because the 9 front hadn't paid, 90 back, and then also I realized off the master sheet by tracking that the 900 hadn't played, and that's how I do it. I find numbers that I play, the numbers that haven't played by law average, I play with left. All right, by law average. Okay, and that's strategy number 4 right there. Front pair, back pair. And this here it's a strategy, but it's also on the master sheet. All the doubles and everything is on the master sheet. But what I did with this here on my doubles, I wanted to see the mirrors and the twin numbers, or the set numbers. I ain't got a real name for it yet, but the twin numbers, I want to see when they hit, and I wanted to know when the mirror of those twin numbers hit. So what I did, like, I matched them up. Like here, say the 224 and the 442 and the 779 and the 997. These two I would call a twin. They twins of each other. These two are the twins, but they also mirror each other, because the 779 is the mirror of the 224, because the 2 is a 7, 7 is a 2, and a 4 is a 9, and a 9 is a 4. So that's what I wanted to see at a glance. I wanted to see how they matched out. So what I do, say the 224 and the 779 hadn't failed and they mirror each other, I would play them. Or if the twin hadn't failed, the 779 and the 997, I'd play them together like that. So at a glance, I know what doubles I was going to play together. All right. And then also what I look for at a glance, I know just by tracking, and it's probably going to be similar. They're not going to be exactly the same, but on an average, maybe two to three of these won't come out. 2 to 3 of these columns may not come out. I'm looking to carry them over into the next year and watch them, because put them in my bucket list and keep them on my mind. So when I hit, I'm going to start seeing where these numbers are. I'm going to be looking for those numbers. Okay. But yeah, because if you don't track, you won't know that these numbers and their mirrors didn't hit on the doubles. If you don't track, you won't know. You just pulling numbers out the air. And that was the main reason I put this together. I got tired of playing numbers and not knowing why I was playing them, or playing numbers somebody was giving me and guessing about. I knew it had to be a better way. And tracking, if you ain't tracking, you don't know why you playing a number. And if you don't know why you playing a number, don't play it. I'm sounding like a broken record with that. I mean, to me, it just don't make sense. And these numbers, 1,000, are easy to track. Front pair, back pair, number positioning. All this I do in about 10 minutes. Don't take even 10 minutes out of my day, because I got them all on paper, and I got them like a little folder. I go through the number come in that day, and it takes me about 10 minutes, if that, to check everything off. And then I know where everything's at a glance. All righty, family. That's going to be it for the day on the strategy, on the tutorial. Thanks everybody again. Thank my new subscribers. I don't want to really get into naming new subscribers or trying to name them. You can introduce yourself on the comment section or something, because I don't like forgetting people, and somebody might feel left out, or might not feel the love, and I love everybody. So I don't like even when I do speeches sometime in certain places when I talk, I don't like calling out names. I just thank everybody and let them know they appreciate it and loved. And I appreciate everybody and love everybody, and appreciate your help to make my channel grow. So play them till they come, make their money. Y'all, peace and love. God bless.